Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, my name is Jason Pizzino, and on the channel, we review altcoins, ASX stocks, US stocks, and of course, economic market cycles to determine where the best possible places are to enter positions for our growing portfolios. If that's what you've come to YouTube looking for, then you've come to the right place. So consider subscribing and liking the video if you find some value from it throughout the course of the video. Just before we dive into the guts of the video, I want to say a quick hello to all of the new subscribers who have joined the channel from seeing my channel on the YouTube Creator on the Rise Explore page. It was my 24 hours of fame on YouTube Australia, so thank you to those guys, and thank you to you guys for subscribing and joining us for the journey. It's Saturday, so that means that the stock markets are all closed, and that gives us a clear frame of mind to be able to review the stocks without emotion, without getting all hyped up about who's got the next moon rocket stock coming up. So this is a great time to review some of the stocks that we have previously and dive into a couple of new stocks which we haven't mentioned on the channel yet. Plus, there is a growing trend from you guys who love to gamble on penny stocks, so I'm going to include one of these stocks at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around for that, and we'll dive into that at the end. As always, the video is broken down into 3 parts. This is the introduction, then we dive into the guts of the stocks, reviewing them using technical analysis, and of course at the end, we go through the summary of what we've just covered. If you want to skip to any particular point in the video, I've got the timestamps down below, so you can watch the video right through, and you can come back to the video at a later stage if you want to just break it down to review the research that we've looked at here in the technical analysis. And as any good YouTuber would have you ask, would you please like the video down below? Of course, if you found some value in this, just shows your support towards the channel and what we're doing here. 2 common questions which continue to come up in the comment section before I dive into the charts. First thing is, what program am I using? So the program that I'm using is tradingview.com. You can find the link to that in the description down below. It's a free software to use, online, web-based. You can pay for it. It's $300 a year to get rid of all the ads, which you will see come up in this. If you don't mind the ads, then it's free to use. All the tools I'm using are free in it. The other question which people get confused about, and they say, what program are you using? I think they're referring to which broker can you buy these stocks through. Now you can buy them through all of the Aussie apps like CommSec and Westpac, NAB. You can also use SelfWealth. That's probably the cheapest one to use. So go and check out SelfWealth. They're $9.50 trades in and out. So with that said, let's have a look at the first one. And the first one's been a very popular one. It's a request from a lot of you viewers, and that's Appen. So APX. Top left shows us which chart we're looking at, so that's Appen Limited, and we're looking at a weekly chart, so that's in the top here, 1 week. To change those, we've been through it before, but for the new guys, you just click on the screen, so at least you've got this area selected, and then you just type in what you want. So if we want a monthly chart, 1M brings us up a month, and you just hit enter. That gives us the data for a month. But in this case, let's just look at a weekly chart. It's the end of the week. So this video, we've got a couple of them which are at around all-time highs, or have been sitting at all-time highs for some time. What that's generally called is price discovery. That's just all stuff to say that we're at all-time highs. There has been no price like this previously, and we're trying to figure out what that is, or that's what the market's trying to do. We're sitting at 37 bucks. The notes I've got here, all-time highs, price discovery, potential consolidation above 35 bucks. Why am I saying that? Because we've seen, if we zoom in, a few weeks here where prices come down to that level of around 35.60, and it's been bought back up, and it's sort of hitting resistance at around $38. Now that's not to say that this won't fall or won't rise from here, but really it's taking some time to figure out what it wants to do at this point. Run of 100% of previous major range. That's important to note, because generally we find price resistance at those areas. So the other tool we're going to look at today is the trend-based Fib extension. So basically Fibonacci retracement. Now, how do you pick these points? I'm looking at major points here. That's a major low, and we're going to connect it to a major high, and then run it off another major low, and there you have it. Exactly 100% of price movement from that previous low. That hit at 38 bucks. So it touched a few cents over that, and it's found some resistance. That's very common to see in these markets. This is a different way to use the Fib tool, which a lot of people do. They tend to just run them from the low to the high and then back down. So that's an important area to look at for price resistance. Basically, if this is the top, I would potentially look for the market to fall back to somewhere around these levels, the 50% or the 61% here. So this is the area that I'm looking at here, somewhere around this 27 to $30 area. And so if it's a top, look for 30 to 33. So we've got 33 first. It has to obviously make its way down, and then make its way down further. So I would probably say somewhere around there or there if this is the top. Now we're talking about trying to buy into a market, set ourselves a position for our portfolio. I don't like getting on trends as they look old, sort of going into the winter of the trade. It's coming towards the end of the move potentially. Not to say this thing can't burst straight up, but I would rather get in these areas, try to identify these lows before this area. $30 for a support, 38 for a level to buy above. If it happened to break out, then that's pretty good. We're in all-time highs. This could keep going. That's probably not a bad area to at least get in. But right now, it's not, we don't know what it's doing. It's just trying to figure out what it wants to do. Why I say that I would rather get into this position higher is because going from where we are now at $37 to above 38 is only about 4-ish%. And how we can figure that out is using this tool, the little thing that looks like a ruler, and we put it on the point where we're at now and the area above the highs, so about 4%. So if we were to get in as a confirmation that the market is going higher, then that's probably a good area to look at there, that we're going to get in around $38, $39. I would rather risk getting in later and lose that 4%, and with the potential of it potentially going down to where we were looking at around 30. So again, we just use this tool, drag it down to that $30. That gives us the 20%. So we could potentially get into this trade or this investment 20% cheaper, or lose out 4% and get in as it goes a little bit higher. So if you don't understand that, let me know in the comments, but that's how I would weigh up these probabilities with my own portfolio. Let's move on to the next stock. Fortescue Metal has been around for quite some time. It was at a price of 1 cent, 2 cents. Now we're sitting somewhere around $18. So that's pretty big gains over the last 30 years, but you had to sit out 91% falls. So if you'd run that right up, got to $13, it came all the way back to about $1, $1.50. So we are seeing this again. This could shoot up higher like I've got here. We're at new all-time highs. We're in the price discovery. The volume is decreasing as we're heading higher. So that's not generally a good sign that you want to see as the market is trending higher. The trend is still up, so this could go from 18 to 20 to 25 to 30. We don't know, it's in price discovery, right? But it is, again, later in the stage of this bull market for FMG. So for me personally, it's getting too late to enter, in my opinion. That doesn't say that it's wrong for the other person. Maybe they only want to get in from 18 to $20. I don't know, make 10%. I have no idea what your investment plan consists of. But for me, the ascent is getting quite steep. And so what I'm talking about here is this angle. So there you can see that it was at that range. So it's sort of heading up at about this speed, right? Then the price starts increasing and increasing. So it's just getting faster and faster as it heads up. And that's usually when what the industry term is dumb money buys in. This could go from 18 to 30, but I don't see that as something that I would worth looking at for the risk. So, for $20 to $30 is about 50%. I would just wait for it because potentially we may see another 90% fall as it hits the tops. So that's kind of where I'm seeing this. And I'll look at other support levels. We can see the support here at around $3.54. A lot of times in the past, it's come back to that area. And it's also hit $7 as a resistance, which could become support. None of this is guaranteed. This is one of those stocks that's in new all-time highs, so you've got to take that with a grain of salt as well. If it's me, maybe you're here, maybe you're asking me, maybe you've got your own plan. I want to find stuff, like I said in the last one, that's around here and it's breaking out like this on this volume. This volume is higher than this volume. You can see that just with the naked eye. So that's breaking out to me, and I'm happy to get in at that price, around $5, $6 as it breaks those highs, $7.50. But now, who knows, right? So let's keep that one as a watch list. Maybe this thing goes higher, maybe it doesn't. Let's move on to our next stocks. And our next stock is the gambling stock. Now, this isn't a gambling company, but this is for you guys who are looking at small caps all the time and commenting down below that you want to see other small cap stocks and just hope they shoot off to the moon. If you're liking this video, I should mention, be sure to like it down below. If you're finding any value from it, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your stocks in the comments down below and we'll check them out next time. So this one has been mentioned many times, FBR, Fast Brick Robotics. It does something, Perth-based robotics company, and it created something here, automated end-to-end robotic bricklayer. Sounds like a great thing, but why aren't we seeing it in the chart? I don't know. All we're seeing is potentially when news comes out, it likes to boom and then bust. And it looks like support is around 1 cent, maybe 2 cents. And it's starting to find resistance at firstly 14 cents and then 25-ish cents. So for me, this one looks like a pure gamble. It looks like one of those cryptos would be like Dogecoin or something like that, where you see the support areas, you can see the resistance areas, and you just buy up at support, sell at resistance. Personally, I don't see this as like a long-term hold. This is just a pure speculative gamble. Jump on it if you want. That's what it is there. Expect to lose your entire investment. Plenty of times here I'm saying I'm not a financial advisor. These things are crazy, all right? Could do 5 to 10x. Expect to wait years for a setup and profit. So look at this setup here. This is a monthly chart. You had to wait 2015, 2016. Then in 2017, you get a bit of a boom to 14 cents. That's pretty cool, from 2 cents to 14 cents. Then if you waited another several months, you're getting 24 cents. That's 2 cents to 24 cents. Pretty cool. But if you got in late, you had to wait all of this time, mid-2017 into 2020. That's a long time to watch your money go from 28 cents to nothing, 2 cents. In terms of a percentage, somewhere around up here to here, again, 91% loss. So you could basically call it loss because most people aren't going to hang in and they're probably going to sell out before the next little push comes. That's the gambling stocks. You want to see more of the gambling stocks. They're not gambling as in that's the nature of them. They are pure speculative gambles, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below which ones you want to see next. We're basically at the end of the stocks I wanted to review. Let's quickly look at 2 more of the major stocks that we are looking at on a regular basis. And the first is EML. Now, this one we covered several weeks ago in this video back here. So I've got it over a month. I think that was late June. We were looking at $2.70 and it bounced down to $2.95. So it's starting to slow on this descent, and we're sitting around $3. So we've talked about it being $2.70 to $3. Look at that. There's our 50% level and our 61% levels where price is starting to base out. And yeah, like I said, we talked about this at around June at these areas at around 350. Now we're at 3. I'll probably still be holding and then just waiting on this one. For EML, that's what I'll be looking at there if this was something on your watch list. Last one we're looking at is Zip quickly, because it comes up often. Everyone gets very highly emotional about Zip. You know, it's like a baby for many people. They just want to see it grow up and be the next big kid in the school ground. I don't know. Anyway, for Zip, not much has happened this week. It basically opened at 594, closed at 618. Volume is decreasing a little. This was the big reversal, which is why I thought maybe we would see some little more downside, or at least some time for it to base out and start to make some consolidation, basically as price begins to find another base. That's it for the review of the stocks for this week. That's going to be it for the stock reviews for this week for the ASX. Guys, if you want to see any other stocks, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see something from the US, let us know in the comments down below. You can invest in US stocks from Australia. It's not that foreign to us. Also, cryptocurrencies, I've got some more videos of that coming up this week. Let me know which cryptos you like in the comments down below as well. I'm loving Ethereum at the moment. Even weeks ago, months ago, it's fantastic. Let us know what you guys want to see. Thank you again to the new subscribers and you guys who are sticking around to the ends of the video. It means a lot to me. So please be sure to show your support by liking the video, subscribing, commenting, and sharing it with a friend if you find anything valuable out of these videos. I'll leave it there, guys. You can catch me on Instagram and Facebook. Again, links are down below. See you guys at the next video. Until then, have a great weekend. Have more fun to get more done.